verb used with threshold. I am wondering what verb collocates with threshold. I can think of verbs such as surpass, cross, pass, but I am not sure if they are correct to use here. The threshold I am referring to is not a physical one but rather some value. Specifically, if the threshold is 100 and the value is greater than that, then the threshold is underscore.
Referring to threshold meaning a specific level or point used in different fields such as economics and physics for instance, as ram shows cross and exceed are the verbs usually associated with it, but other combinations are acceptable. Threshold. A level or point at which something would happen, would cease to happen, or would take effect, become true, etc. b. As modifier, threshold price, threshold effect. General physics, the minimum intensity or value of a signal, etc., that will produce a response or specified effect, a frequency threshold. Source: www.thefreedictionary.com.
It's just crossed or passed. Exactly like a border, for example, I crossed the Swiss border or I passed the Red House. Surpass is quite different. It simply means better than.
In case of some value you can use exceed. For example, if it is greater than 100, the threshold is exceeded.
I would use reached and unreached, not only when the threshold is a minimum value, but also when it's a maximum, i.e. when the sample value, but be less than the threshold for their activation. In either case, the mathematical relationship is derived from the context. For example 1, threshold is a maximum water boils at 100 degrees Celsius. When it reaches this threshold, it starts turning into vapors. For example 2, threshold is a minimum water freezes at 0 degrees Celsius. When it reaches this threshold, it starts turning into ice.
Emo, if the crossing of threshold value is going to disrupt a system, breach seems more appropriate. For example, a new Cassandra cluster must be set up as the threshold for the key space count has been breached for the string / vertical bar application name, application.
If you want to support the channel, please consider subscribing.